Howdy everybody, this is Omar, your audio amigo, here with a quick Prime Day sales guide focusing on HiFiGo with a fun surprise thanks to them. This video is going to be similar to my other, hey, there's a sale going on type of videos, where I'll just go through some IEMs that I think are a good deal, in this case 5 of them, what price they're at, and why I think they're a good deal. So if it isn't already obvious, you should be treating this video as an ad read. My channel has been supported by HiFiGo in the past, and while they didn't specifically ask for me to make this video, I'm going to do this video anyway because I think there's legit some really good deals to be had. And in addition, HiFiGo has decided to give my audience a special 5% off discount code on the upcoming Prime Day sale. You can use code AudioAmigo5 for an extra 5% off on top of these sales prices, or for anything on their Amazon store really. To be even more transparent, I don't benefit monetarily from this coupon, but I'm not going to go as far as to say that I don't benefit at all from this coupon code. While I don't get any revenue from this coupon code, it would not surprise me if HiFiGo uses these sort of community coupon codes to gauge the size or sort of buying power of the audience of a creator like myself. I'll let you guys fill in the blanks here, but just to show you guys that I'm going to be shooting straight with you guys, if you'd rather not use my coupon code, you can also use the code HiFiGoFan05 for the exact same discount. I'm not going to ask that you use my code over this other one, and I'm going to say, please do not use this code to buy something you don't need or you don't want just to support this channel. Your money is important, especially in these difficult times, so please only use these discount codes if you can afford to and if you were planning to already buy something. Only reason I agreed to have this discount code available is because number 1, there were no kickbacks, and number 2, I thought you guys would really appreciate the extra 5% off. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the IEM deals, starting off with the Tanchjim FiiO, regular price $70 US, sale price, including my 5% off coupon, or the other one, is going to be $42. In its stock form, the tuning here on the FiiO is roughly similar to the SIMGOT EW200. Main draw here is going to be this fun bass dial that they have here. So depending on where you have that arrow pointing, you're going to get 4 different sort of levels of bass, from classic V-shaped sort of EW200 style, all the way down to sort of straight up bright, lean bass in the monitor setting. This is an all-metal IEM with a nice little carry pouch. It's got a pretty nice cable on it. The fact that it doesn't have a hard case rather than, it has a pouch at $70 is a bit of a bummer, but it's not $70 right now. It's $42, making it much easier to swallow. I would say if you were considering the EW200, but maybe want to customize your bass a little more, I think the FiiO could be a legitimate alternative. It's a little bit lighter weight, a little bit different shape. For me, it's more comfortable in the ears. So yeah, 42 bucks. Consider that one. Next up, we have one of the hottest new IEMs to have burst onto the scene in recent memory. Zeos's new baby, the Juzear Defiant. Regular price $100 US. Current sale price with the 5% off coupon code $75. I think HiFiGo had it for around $80-ish during the 618 sales that just wrapped up. They're doing the same discount again, but this time you have my bonus code to drop it down to $75, which I think, given the sort of accessories package, the design, the cable, the case, the tips, just the whole package, I think is a fantastic price. The Defiant and its sort of more mature-ish V-shaped tuning from Zeos was already a good buy at full price, and I think it's an even better deal now. If you were holding off on getting one for some reason, because maybe it was a bit too expensive to spend the $100, $75 for me, fantastic deal. Next, we have an IEM that I actually haven't reviewed on the channel yet, but I still think it's an interesting one nonetheless. It is the Pula PA02, regular price $190. Currently on sale with the coupon code for $114 US. I have the red version of the shells here. Looks really pretty. Now, again, while I haven't done a video on the Pula PA02, I'm going to give you a sort of a quick rundown of what I think of it. I think that it's an AFUL Performer 5, missing a little bit of detail and a little bit less refined in the treble for less money. Now, that opinion is based on the unit that I have here. I think there is a bit of unit variation going on, but it's a similar opinion that I've seen other people have, and that's honestly, I think, pretty fair. At $190, personally, I would just pay the extra for the Performer 5, but it's not $190, it's $114. And at $114, I think this is a fantastic sort of bang for the buck option. I think at $190, it was already one of the more technical sets sort of this generation, and to be able to get it for $114, I think it's really, really nice. It's got pretty decent accessories, it's got a good tuning. While I might not have recommended this blanketly at $190, at $114, $115, I think it's worth a serious look if you like sort of the Performer 5-ish signature, but don't want to drop Performer 5-ish money on trying it out. Speaking of Performer 5 money, we come to one of my favorite IEMs. In fact, if you're new to the channel, this particular IEM won the Audio Amigo IEM of the Year 2024 award. It is the $240 AFUL Performer 5+2, or Performer 7 for short, on sale with coupon code for $180 US. Look how pretty these shells look. I love the blue and the green there. There's not a lot I haven't already said about the Performer 7. I think it's one of the best all-rounders. I think in terms of detail and sort of resolution, it boxes above its weight extremely well. I think it's one of the best technical sets in the $200, $250 price range. I think it's a great price, $180 for a great IEM. The tuning here follows on from the Performer 5, but evolves the sound a little bit. You get slightly warmer lower mids. The treble is overall improved. As I said, the detail, in my opinion, is an upgrade. Even at MSRP, I thought this was a fantastic buy in terms of value. And now that it's on sale, it's an even better value. So definitely check out the Performer 7 if you haven't already. And last but certainly not least, we have another sort of out of left field choice. It's not something that I've reviewed. It's the most affordable IEM from one of Singapore's many amazing IEM brands. It's the Elysian Acoustics Pilgrim. Regular price $400 US, sale price $300. Now, I have not reviewed this IEM, but what I will say is that if you found sort of the general meta-tuned IEMs a little bit sort of too V-shaped, a little bit too bassy, vocals too far recessed, too much treble energy, the Pilgrim, I feel, personally, is Elysian Acoustics' response to those complaints. This gorgeous-looking IEM is clean, it's balanced. To me, it's very tonally correct. The only real criticism I have of it is that it can lack some dynamism, and people have said that it's too safe, which really just means anyone can enjoy it. In my opinion, it's a bit difficult to find a more well-executed, sort of neutral-ish with forward vocal sound signature at $300. I think at $300, it's a fantastic deal. What I will say is you should invest in some IEM booties for these shells. That really nice machine surface here can get a bit scratched up and marred, so definitely check out some IEM booties to keep it looking its best for the longest possible time. That's going to wrap up my personal 5 picks for the HiFiGo sale. These are not the only things on sale. Juzear, AFUL, Dunu, Kinera, Pula products, I think, all have some various forms of discount. But of everything on the list that I was given, these are the 5 that I have actually heard, and I think are at prices where I think they either match or exceed the most recent sort of discounted sales prices, and I would easily recommend them at these prices. But that's going to wrap this one up for today. Sorry for the sort of quicker, sort of not as nice production quality here. This is just a fun bonus video to celebrate Prime Day. I, for one, am going to try not to buy anything since the awful Dawn X is coming up. So all of my pennies are going into a piggy bank with a picture of that IEM on it. But for now, happy shopping. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all your support. This has been Omar with AudioAmigoReviews, and I'll catch y'all next time.